Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Brittany. How's it going? So today is another story time. I was thinking of putting a sound effect right there, but yeah, anyway. So today is another story time. This is kind of like a part one, not a part two, yeah, of my coming out story of how I came out for the first time. So yeah, this one is how I came out to my mom, and the other one is going to be how I came out to the rest of my family. So yeah, this one was such a big fucking mess, dude. Like I can't tell you how um nervous I was to come out to my mom and how like I regret it. So yeah, let's just go on to the story. Okay, so this happened, I think it was in August. It was August 20 something. It was a week before school started. It was a Friday. It was August, and I went to my new student orientation because I transferred to a new school for my sophomore year. So I was like, new, yeah. So there was the freshman and new student orientation, and I had to go to new student orientation. My mom just did not want me to go, and she finally agreed to let me go, but she had two conditions. One was that I joined a sport, which I did join a sport. I joined basketball, and I dropped that on the first day because I didn't want to be on the team because they drugged us too, and I would not pass. Yeah, the second condition that she had for me was that I join a club so I could be like more social and like socialize and interact with people and stuff. And so I didn't really like enjoy the clubs that they had. Like I was looking all around, and it was like I didn't really like have an interest for the clubs. But there was one club that stood out to me, and it was the Trans Alliance, which was like an LGBT plus club for like people. It's like a safe space for people who are out and like they just want to like talk to other LGBT people and stuff. It was actually really boring, and I dropped out like a few months later, a couple weeks later. So yeah, I ended up dropping out of that one too because I didn't really like enjoy it. Um, but yeah, so I joined a club. There was people I could socialize. So I mean, technically, I she didn't say what club it had to be. She didn't. She never said I had to be an academic club. She never said I had to learn anything. She just said join a club. So I did. But yeah, so I signed up, and then the day ended, or like the orientation thing ended. My mom picked me up, and I knew that she was gonna ask me which club I entered, and I didn't. I was like kind of preparing myself because I was like, okay, like I'm gonna tell her that it's an LGBT club, but if I tell her that it's an LGBT club, she's gonna be like, oh, like are you gay? Like, do you like girls? And I was like kind of preparing myself for that, and I was like, because I was just like I don't want to come out, like I wasn't really ready. I was just kind of like preparing myself and then being like, oh, like should I come out? Should I not come out? Should I just lie and say that I like that I like joined another club, like I joined the fucking debate club or some shit, and just like lie about which club I was in, or do I just say like, oh no, like I'm not LGBT, but I just like support my peoples. I just support them. So like I was just conflicted, um and when I got into the car, she asked me like, "How was it? Like, how was your day? How was the club or whatever? Like, what club did you join?" And I told her, and yeah, she asked me. She's like, "Oh, do you like girls?" And I was like, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know if I should lie. Like what do I do? But I took too long to answer because I was like a mess in my mind, and I was like, what do I do? Like, do I not come out? Do I come out? Do I not come out? Because like I kind of wanted to come out, just to like get it over with, like yeah, like I like girls, like just so you know. But I also didn't, just because like I was scared, like I was nervous, and yeah, and like even though my mom supports LGBT people, like I didn't really, she supports them, but I didn't know how she would feel about having an LGBT kid. Um, I don't know, just like, because it's different, like seeing other people, being gay and then like actually having a gay kid. I don't know why some people feel like it's different when they have a kid that's gay, but anyway, yeah, so I didn't really know how she would feel about having her daughter like girls. So yeah, and I was really nervous, and I took too long to answer her, so it was kind of like my silence was the answer. And I was like, well, fuck, like I took too long, she knows. So I was just like, yeah, like I like girls. I'm into girls. And I came out as bi because I was going with the label bi, but really I was pan. But then I was also trying to. It was a confusing time because I knew that I liked girls, but it was just like I didn't know the exact label, which I know labels aren't everything, and like not, there's actually a lot of people that don't really use labels for their sexuality, which is totally cool. But I just wanted to find a label for myself, um, and I did find it, which is omniromantic asexual. And I knew I was asexual, but I didn't actually want to tell her that because I didn't even really want to talk about this in the first place. So I just came out as bi, even though I was omni, because I didn't want, because she only knows LGBT. She only knows lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender. She doesn't really know anything else other than that. So I didn't want to talk to her about pansexuality or omnisexuality, even though I didn't even know what omni was back then. But pan was the closest one that was like for my um, term, I guess. And I didn't want to talk to her about being pan because she wouldn't understand. Like she wouldn't like, she doesn't know what it is, and I didn't want to explain it to her because I wasn't comfortable, and I didn't want to explain what asexuality was either because she would just be like, oh, like it's a phase, like just like no, like just reject me. Um, and so I just came out as bi because that's easy. She knows what being bi is. So I didn't say I'm bisexual. I didn't say I was biromantic. I just said I'm bi. And that's how I came out to her. So I was like, yeah, I'm bi. And literally in like 5 seconds, she completely invalidated me. And I was so heartbroken and so fucking hurt. And because it took so much fucking courage for me to even tell her that I like girls. I didn't want to be in this conversation with her. I didn't want to talk to her about it. I just wanted to go home. Um, and she just started, asking me questions like, sorry, there's a fly. She just started asking me questions like, oh, like, how long have you known? Like, have you told anyone else? And like, just kind of like, just, I mean, she was like, at one point, she said, I support you, but it would be ideal if you were straight. And oh my god, wow. It just hurt a lot because it's like, okay, yeah, maybe it would be ideal if I was straight. Because when have you ever heard of a straight person getting killed because they were straight? Or when have you ever heard of a straight person being hated on because they were straight? So yeah, maybe it would be ideal if I was straight, but I'm not. And yeah, I mean, because like even though she supports LGBT people, it's, I guess it was different for her to actually have an LGBT kid. So yeah, and it was really hard because she like literally, she's like, I support you, but, and then she just started like, oh my gosh, she just started running her mouth, and she was like, oh, like, maybe it's just a phase. Like I support you, but like maybe it's just a phase. Like um maybe you'll grow out of it one day. There's still time. There's still time for you to figure it out. There's still time for you to change your mind. She's like, it's your choice. And oh my fucking god, I cannot tell you how hurt I was to hear those words, because I was like, it's not a choice. I've been struggling for this for years. It took me so long to admit to myself that I even like girls, and for me to say, yes, this is who I am. And it took me so long to finally just be like, yes, I like girls too. And it was so hard for me to do that. And I struggled my entire childhood with finding out my sexuality, because I always knew I looked at girls a different way. I always, I would look at a girl and it wouldn't be the same way that I looked at a guy, and it was more. And and I really struggled with it because I grew up in a really Roman Catholic family and with a really, really religious, strict grandma. And she was very against gays, all about the Bible. And she would always be telling me, like, oh, gays are bad and stuff. And there's a lot of internalized homophobia as well. And just homophobia from other people, like my mom's ex and my grandma and stuff, and my brother. So it was really hard for me to even accept myself. But once I did, I was free. I can't tell you how happy I was when I realized that I did like girls and that I was omni. And I felt so free and liberated, and I felt so happy with myself because this is who I am. And I'm so glad that I'm able to come out now, like, or like I did come out. But you never really stop coming out because you like, now everyone's gonna know that you're like bi or whatever. So yeah, but I was really happy when I did accept myself for who I am. And yeah, but my mom completely shut me down. She's like, I support you, but it's your choice. I support you, but it'd be ideal if you're straight. I support you, but maybe it's a phase. So I was really annoyed with that, and I again, I was really hurt, and I just want her to like stop talking. I didn't want to talk about this. I did not want to come out to her in the first place, but oh well, it happened. I was like literally so close to crying, but yeah, but it happened. So yeah. Now she knows, now my family knows, now it's out. So, yay. I like girls because they're nice and they're pretty and they have a nice smile and a nice laugh and they're really cute. But yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment. So hopefully you'll stay tuned for my next video. And just remember that if you don't feel the need to come out, or if you don't feel like you're ready to come out, don't. Because I honestly genuinely regret coming out to my mom because it was such a mess. I was such an anxious mess. I was not ready. I didn't want to have that conversation with her. And honestly, I'm not one to regret shit in my life. Like, I don't ever regret anything, but that is definitely one of the moments that I do regret because I was not ready. But if you are ready, then definitely come out at your own time. Come out on your own terms because it's your sexuality and it's you. You know, like you're you, and no one else can rush that. I just want you to know that. If anyone is watching and they need to hear that, then hopefully you take my advice because I didn't want to come out. And even though I did, I'm glad. I mean, yeah, I am glad that I did, like, because at least she knows. But I didn't like the way that came out, and I didn't like when and how and where, and yeah. So, yeah, come out on your own terms. Come out whenever you're ready, when you feel comfortable. And if you want to come out, but you're in like for example, like if you have homophobic parents or someone in your family is homophobic, but you want to come out to them, always make sure that you feel safe because who knows if they might lash out. Because unfortunately, people do disown their family members for being gay. And it's really sad, but unfortunately it does happen. So please make sure that you're safe, and that they won't lash out on you or anything. So yeah, and comment down below what you want to see from me, and if I feel motivated enough to do it. If I'm not lazy enough, then I will do it. So yeah, and hopefully stay tuned for my next video. Bye.